We are living in a wacko world with a wacko prime minister. I'm going to drag this out for as long as I possibly can because wacko Justin Trudeau does not like it. Either does wacko Greg Fergus. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video, everybody. Before we get into it, I do want to encourage everyone to smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't yet already. It does really help grow the channel. We are very close to 15 and then 20,000 subscribers. I would super appreciate it if you guys showed this channel the same love that you do the other channels. Just a gentle reminder, this is the extra channel in case you didn't already know that. Speaking of wackos, for a limited time only, there are these stickers available. Link down in the description of the pinned comment below. Wacko Trudeau has to go, and believe me, folks, they are selling out. They are very, very close to being completely sold out, and I do want to stay true to my word of it being limited edition for a limited time only, so I do not believe that I will restock them. Without further ado, let's get into this video. We are taking a look at Justin Trudeau getting heckled and booed pretty much everywhere he goes. Before we get into it, we're going to take a look at this House of Commons footage here of the independent. This is the independent MP. It's Kevin Wong, all right? Kevin Wong. Let's take a look at this. He's spitting facts here.
Canadians are struggling to find a home. This includes the brave men and women of the Canadian Armed Forces. This is why I pointed out on April 10th to the government that its new defense policy for Canada, entitled Our North Strong and Free, is just the latest in a long list of Liberal smoke and mirrors. I don't think it's a coincidence that this policy rightfully abbreviates into NSF, which Canadians increasingly know of late also means non-sufficient funds. And that's because this pretend policy starts out with insufficient funds. In fact, it provides $0 in 2024. There will be nothing for tactical helicopters, nothing for maritime sensors, and nothing for badly needed military housing. And on this latter item, Madam Speaker, perhaps it's just the Liberal way of making sure our military doesn't feel left out from the very same experience that many Canadians are struggling with, which is the inability to find a home, all under this government's watch. Madam Speaker, if that's not enough for this farcical defense policy, it is spread out over 20 years, 2 decades. And I hope Canada doesn't need any defending during this period. I just don't get it, Madam Speaker. Don't they care? We have CAF members who are having to line up at food banks to ensure they don't go hungry. We have CAF members who are having to go and sleep in tents because they can't afford rent. These should be red flags. But instead, the Liberals continue to bury their head in the sand and are providing literally nothing for military housing while we're in the midst of a very real housing crisis. Madam Speaker, in my initial question, I asked if the Prime Minister is aware that this government's facade policy will keep CAF personnel and their family in tents for years. And I hope the Parliamentary Secretary can provide some insight this evening on the rationale for why the Prime Minister has allocated $0 for military housing in 2024 and in 2025. Because the Minister of National Defence's response to my question was ludicrous. Madam Speaker,
this MP, by the way, he's already said, I believe it's him. He said that he would consider crossing the floor from independent to the Conservative Party of Canada, which is insane. I mean, he's got some good points. He presents himself somewhat decent, right? I think a lot of Conservatives like him. I don't know yet whether I give him the stamp of approval from Mr. Sunshine Baby or not, but I think it would be really interesting if he did make that switch. I mean, lots of people are wanting to join the Conservatives, and just as many people, if not more, are leaving the Liberal Party and the NDP party, federally and provincially. It's insane what's happening, and I don't blame him. I don't blame him when you have stuff like this, where our Prime Minister, anytime he goes out on a stage, anytime he makes a public appearance, he's booed. He's absolutely booed. This is a clip from a government EXE. Justin Trudeau is booed off every stage, heckled down every street, and mocked and ridiculed at every non-Liberal event. He travels in 30 motorcades with armed guards at all times because he's the most hated person in Canada. Here we go. everywhere everywhere he goes, he's heckled. And that's not the only heckled video I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you this clip here. This is a bit of an older clip. All right. But I think you guys are going to like this here. This is Justin Trudeau getting swarmed by a hostile crowd during an event in Belleville, Ontario. Everywhere Trudeau goes, and look at him. He just pretends like it doesn't happen. How delusional. How delusional must this guy be? Yeah, and you know what's crazy is that these types of hostile swarms are only getting more rampant. I mean, the F Trudeau protests, the F Trudeau movements, they have not slowed down. They have picked up. And the closer that we actually get to election season, whether it's Trudeau who's running or whether it's not, because there's a lot of speculation, lots of rumors, lots of leaks of Justin Trudeau actually not planning on running for re-election. He's just putting on a bit of a show, trying his best to, I don't know, maybe tank the Liberal Party. Who knows at this point what his intentions are. I think that the F Trudeau movement is going to live on for a very long time. If it's not Trudeau, it's going to be the next Liberal, because the Liberal Party is stained for the next like 10, 15 years. And I think that you're going to see something that you might have never seen before, where you have a conservative conservative government for a very long time. I predict 15, 20 years, but who knows what could happen. It could very much be a lot longer than that. I'd love to know down in the comments what you guys think of all these public gatherings when Justin Trudeau appears anywhere, whether it's on stage, whether it's in the streets, absolutely anywhere Trudeau goes. There are pissed off Canadians that are there to welcome him with open arms. Ladies and gentlemen, that is where we're going to end today's video. On your way out, I'd like to encourage you guys to smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't yet already. It does really grow the channel, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye for now.